reason they went to New Zealand was that her husband, our great grandfather, joined the church in England and then took a trip around the world. And he came over and met Prophet. And of course he was very taken with the church, loved the church. But he also loved Marianne, and so he went back to England and he tried to get Marianne to come to Zion. But Marianne wouldn't come to Zion because she says, I don't want anything to do with Zion or the Mormons. So there came a time when New Zealand was looking for people to move down there. And they had a special price to go down, and New Zealand paid part of the fare to go to New Zealand. So he at that point then said, well, will you go to New Zealand with me? And she says, I'll go anywhere but Zion with you. So they went to New Zealand. And of course, Grandmother Susan was just a young girl, probably 10 or 12. And they went down to New Zealand, and he kept in good contact, mail-wise, with the church. And as a matter of fact, he wrote a letter telling him that he wanted to be part of it, and so they sent Brother Amundsen, who was the great-grandfather of Sister Benson. They sent him from Australia. He was on a mission in Australia. Sent him over and he rebaptized Burnett.
He was William, is that his name?
What? William Burnett, yeah. Anyway, so by this time, Susan was getting old enough that she had an opinion of her own. And she said, if you don't want to go, I'm going to go anyway, because William's brother was down there with them, but he decided to go to Zion before they did. So Susan, or great-grandmother Brunt, I think she had 3 children at the time, as I recall. She had her daughter Eliza. She had George, and I think one other. Well, Joseph. And they took a little sailing ship all the way to Hawaii. And then they changed ships. And they were all on the ship, and the ship was taking off. And all of a sudden, they couldn't find Joe. And so there he was on the dock. So the longshoremen picked him up, and 2 of the sailors on the boat caught him. They threw him across the thing, and they caught him. Well, after Susan came, of course, then her mother decided, well, I'll come. So she decided to come, and she did. But to my knowledge, I don't think she ever joined the church.
Did was Susan close to her mother? Did they spend time?
Guess I don't know. Guess I don't know. Because by the time I came along, great-grandmother Brunt was Susan Burnett, Susan Brunt. By the time I came along, she was probably in her 60s or in there somewhere.
That's young, huh?
And she would take care of me.
And that's the mother of
So
Grandpa.
Susan is our
Yeah.
great grandmother.
Yeah.
My dad's grandmother. Yeah.
Yes.
Mary Ann
Right.
is her mother.
The mother of Maud Elizabeth.
Of who?
Susan Burnett Brunt is the mother of Maud Elizabeth
Yes.
Brunt Groberg. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Susan.
Yeah. Maud. She,
Yeah.
of course, she lived a long time after that.
The Susan Burnett did.
Right, but William Burnett died quite young.
To my knowledge, he did. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we checked the date.
Yeah.
I think even before he was 50.
Hmm.